Ready, Miss Kimberly?
I'm ready.
Hello, Rejects. It is Greg here with Miss
Kimberly Bigsby.
Kimberly Bigsby. Kimberly Bigsby is one of my acting teachers. Did I say what school I go to?
Yeah, please.
I go to Warner Laughlin.
Yep.
Warner Laughlin, highly reputable acting school. That's right. I'm in one of the most reputable places in all of Southern California. And she's one of the teachers there. To kiss ass today, I brought her on the channel because I'm trying to, just get as much credit in class as possible. There are girls in the class that I want you to be able to be like, Greg is so funny, Greg is so cool. He says, so you talk me up.
I knew there
And then
was...
maybe a couple of girls will be like, maybe Greg is interesting. Because they're not thinking it so far.
I disagree.
See,
I
this
mean,
is what
you
we're
had
talking
you
about.
had a lot of girls from class on the show.
I've had like one girl, Lisa. She doesn't count. I've tried.
Counts?
Doesn't work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Either way.
There's no
All right,
budging
I
there.
knew that there was a ploy. There was a ploy.
It's not true. No, I want Lisa to think that. Anyway, we're gonna watch the Miss Sloane trailer starring
Yay.
Jessica Chastain on the Today Show. They released like this 5-minute long trailer, which is very long for a trailer. But it is a 5-minute long trailer. You were saying that you were interested in this.
I am. I'm very
because
interested
you like
in this.
strong females.
I do, and we're seeing a lot more of them now.
That's so weird. I prefer weak, puny females. Like the prostitutes in Game of Thrones. Those are like my kind of females, you know? Ones you could just kind of just throw around.
I'm not surprised by that at all.
Wow, really? It's
Me
called
too.
sarcasm. Jeez. Thanks, Kimberly.
Those strong female characters that you
Yeah.
like them too. They'll give you a run for your money.
It's true. All right, let's watch this.
Lobbying is about foresight. About anticipating your opponent's moves and devising countermeasures. The winner plots one step ahead of the opposition
Okay.
and plays a trump card
Trump.
just after they play theirs.
You better not be saying that when you're in there.
It's about making sure you surprise them. And they don't surprise you.
I'm going to ask you again. Miss Sloane, could you please describe the nature of your work?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer your question based on my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the United States Constitution.
When you're not taking the oath or confirming details, those words in that order are all you're going to say.
This would be a whole lot easier if I could just shout fifth.
They want you behind bars. You make one statement, you correct one nefarious allegation, that's it. You waive your right to the Fifth, and you're compelled to answer everything. They're taking you to the woodshed in front of the national press. They're gonna rile you so bad, they'd make Gandhi want to cut their tongues out. Did you arrange for benefits such as travel, luxury accommodations, and sports tickets to be furnished to members of Congress at the behest of your clients? Did you arrange for benefits such as travel, luxury accommodations, and sports
Daniel.
tickets to be for...
When I take the stand, you'll see nothing but a granite wall.
Oh, he's intimidated.
She's strong.
You think they would choose a more appropriate venue?
Well, turns out the Nationals had a home game.
Good morning.
Oh.
I am
I
Senator
love
Ronald
him.
Sperling, chair of this hearing. Ms. Sloane?
Miss Sloane.
Please raise your right hand.
Okay.
Do you solemnly swear that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under pains and penalties of perjury?
I do.
Not a driver? I can, but I don't. Well, you got further than me. I don't even have a license.
She's a
What's
lesbian.
your excuse? To be honest, I suck at it.
Because
Took
she's
my
a
test
strong
when I was
woman.
16, only exam I ever failed. My instructor told me I was reckless, I lacked due care and attention. Knew then and there I had a career in politics.
Please sit.
Ooh.
Oh.
You were employed by Cole, Kravitz, and Waterman LLP for a 10-year period between 2006 and 2016 before moving on early.
11-year period.
Excuse me?
There are 11 years between 2006 and 2016.
She's not predictable. She aims to surprise. She'll share things with her team, but she won't share everything. She'll have a plan for certain people, but they won't know until they're dropped right into the middle of it. There's always something else going on with her. It's just how she works.
What was the nature of your work with Cole, Kravitz, and Waterman LLP?
We're not connecting with the female voter. The gun lobby wants your support.
Guns as tools of female empowerment.
Is this the reputation I've garnered? Gold medalist in ethical limbo?
I don't remember you caring ever about guns.
My position solidified somewhere between Columbine and Charleston. Any head case, felon, or terrorist can buy an assault rifle from a gun show, the internet, or his buddy at the Bowl-O-Rama without so much as an ID.
Yeah.
On the advice of counsel, I must respectfully decline to answer your question. Based on my rights under the Fifth Amendment,
What do you know about the gun lobby's opponents?
the Brady campaign, I know they're going to lose because their total budget is less than what the gun lobby pays to get their shoes shined.
The Brady campaign wants you to lead the fight on gun control. You run defense out of our office. When it's over, you can choose from any of the DC behemoths lining up for your signature.
It is within the remit of this hearing to establish whether Miss Sloane has broken any laws.
You're talking about blackmailing a United States senator. Find another way.
Did you employ the tactics of espionage?
This feels uncomfortable.
I must respectfully decline to answer your question.
You intended to use methods such as bugging and tapping. Is this true?
I must respectfully decline to answer your question based on my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the United States Constitution.
You're fighting the richest group on the Hill.
I work on behalf of causes I believe in. That's how I sleep at night.
You can't possibly win this!
Keep on fighting.
And that's all we can do. I have a duty to the cause.
So who's with me?
You crossed the line.
This is more important than my career.
You have to make it personal.
They will throw you in jail for contempt of Congress! There's over 5 million of us, and we're armed.
I was hired to win. And there will only ever be one winner.
And the Oscar
Yeah.
goes to
Wow, right?
Jessica Chastain.
That was intense.
That was really intense. That was like
Yeah.
kind of uncomfortably intense.
There's a lot of information in there. That was a huge cast, by the way. John
Huge.
Lithgow, Allison Pill.
There's Mark Strong in there. There was Sam Waterston in there.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a huge cast. I saw Dylan Baker in there for like a split second too. What I like about it though is that it's one of those political thrillers that's very character driven at the same time. You know, I feel like a lot of times these political thrillers, I think of like Oliver Stone's. Yeah, it's his name, Oliver Stone. I think of like Oliver Stone's political thrillers. Those tend to be so like heavy about the messages and you kind of don't give a shit about the characters after a while because it's
true.
so much about politics instead. And I feel like this is going to have a neat blend of politics back with a character study of this one woman who this lobbyist in DC. So yeah, that looks like a very intriguing kind of plot, and it's like Jessica Chastain just owns that
She
whole
really
trailer,
does.
man.
She's so powerful in that trailer.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah, I agree. The strong character. It seems like she's clearly going up against a boys' club, and the gun lobby is such a huge thing.
You would know more
and
about it than I would.
Well, I'm Southern. Yeah, it's that's a huge. I mean, if you're going to be a lobbyist and take on any cause, that's going to be someone to be reckoned with.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
good for her, because it looked like they were totally trying to crack her, but then at the same time, she did not give an ounce
No.
of like breaking in that.
No,
So that's exciting.
But I like seeing like the moments before she's in front of Congress, you know, where you see her like wake up and she just looks exhausted and she has to like put on this face and put on this game.
Yeah.
And I like that. Those are the like the intriguing parts to me, where you can see both of the sides. When you see how she is when she's alone, not in front of people, and how she's not the happiest person in the world, but when she's in front of Congress, she has to represent someone who's incredibly tough.
Yeah.
Which I feel is like most people in politics, probably.
Right.
Just super exhausted.
Well,
but
they
then-
have to put on this like armor
Yeah,
to be
exactly.
able to even enter a room, because all of that power and confidence sort of has to come from.
I'm too emotionally honest. I can't be a politician ever.
Yeah, no.
I feel like I'd have to be like made of steel or build a wall in my heart. to not show that.
I would have a hard time just not laughing at ridiculous things that came across my desk.
Yeah, exactly.
You hear about like weird things getting put into bills.
That moment when like John Lithgow's like yelling at her, like trying to get her to break, and because I've seen footage of people when they're in front of Congress and they're just pleading the fifth consistently and just pissing off the people at Congress.
We've actually seen it a lot going on with everything that's been going on with all the congressional trials of like with the banks and everything, and you see these like huge powerful men that are, you know, running these billion-dollar corporations, and they're like sweating and drinking water and like not even, and she was just like boom.
I really wonder what the main message of this, because I feel like this film's gonna have some like big overall message here.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just trying to like make us aware or expose something in like a political thriller format.
It feels like it's a little bit of a lesson on what the hell a lobbyist does anyway, because like we hear that word all the time, but like even I don't necessarily
I
know
had to
all
Wikipedia
of
what it was.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be a little bit of a lesson, a little informational, but then she's gonna go in and just straight up kick some ass because Jessica Chastain does that.
Jessica Chastain's an awesome actress.
She's quite phenomenal.
She is a powerhouse actress.
She's like subtle. She keeps everything so close, and it just, you can't take your eyes off her, and I appreciate that about her.
Yeah, what I love about her is that you could feel that she internalizes a lot, but chooses not to fully express all of that, but you can feel it underneath her the entire time.
It's called good acting.
It's called good acting, right? Yeah.
It's what we
It's
all
called
strive
not overacting.
to be
Yeah.
great at.
All right, rejects. If you're new to the channel, subscribe today. Become accepted. That's how I say it, I think. Kimberly Bigsby. She is on Instagram at It's Kimberly Bigsby. Link in the description box. And she's on Twitter at Kimberly Bigsby. Link in description box as well. Make sure to follow her. You can look at all her lovely photos. You can stare late at night. 3 in the morning,
okay, it's getting
before
weird.
you go to class.
It's getting weird.
And then you blush and you're shy in front of her. It's all
real weird.
It's not weird. This is honesty. Gosh. There's truth and then there's weirdness.
Okay. I have no response
Stare at
to
her
that.
photos.
Or
Stare at her photos.
Or just don't and like them, but then move on to the next photo.
That's not the way I roll.
To like.